ट्रस्ट के 3 ट्रस्टीज जो डिफरेंट रोल प्ले करते हैं, मनसा, गीतिका एंड अर्चना विद अस। और आज का जो हमारा टॉपिक है, वी हैव ब्रॉट समथिंग फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया। तो जो आज हमारा टॉपिक है वो है साउथ इंडिया के अंदर हेल्थ एंड एजुकेशन के ऊपर जो हमारी ये चैरिटेबल ट्रस्ट है अशुंभरा, जो वो काम कर रही है, उसके बारे में आज हम बात करेंगे। So welcome Mansa, Geetika and Archana to our show बातें उत्तराखंड की।
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
All right. So guys, for a change, we have to keep our language to English, and we'll try to be slow and basic in our English language. And the reason is quite simple, that 3 of them feels that their English is broken and they don't want to have fun, so they want to make sure that it is more professional, so they have chosen the language as English. So we'll continue with that. I hope that will be valuable to all of you. Once again, if you have any question to our guest, please feel free to ask. What we will do now is we will, as a ritual, we will share the work done by Amrita Devi Foundation in the form of a video. So let's watch that and then we will get back to you. अमृता देवी फाउंडेशन की स्थापना वर्ष 2019 में उत्तराखंड की महिलाओं के उत्थान के लिए की गई। हमारा विजन उत्तराखंड की महिलाओं को इंडिपेंडेंट बनाना है, ताकि वो अपने पैरों पर खड़ी हो सकें और अपने साथ अपने परिवार का भी देखभाल कर सकें। To achieve this vision, we wish to develop skills in the women in Uttarakhand and also provide employment opportunities to them. Further, we established Amrita Devi Women Skill Development Institute, जिसके तहत हम महिलाओं को 3 तरह के कोर्सेज कराते हैं: टेलरिंग, कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटर एंड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग।
इन सेंटर्स में हम लोग महिलाओं के स्किल डेवलपमेंट पे ही नहीं, उनकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल और पर्सनालिटी डेवलपमेंट भी वर्क करते हैं, जिसके अंतर्गत हम लोग एवरी सैटरडे उनके लिए पीडी सेमिनार और इंग्लिश स्पोकन की क्लासेस भी चलाते हैं। हमने उत्तराखंड के सरकारी स्कूल में वहाँ के बच्चों को शूज़ डोनेट किए थे, स्कूल बैग भी उन्हें हम लोगों ने दिए। इसके साथ साथ हम लोगों ने उन्हें कपड़े, टॉयज़ भी डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किए थे। और जब भी कोविड का टाइम आया था, तब भी हम लोगों ने वहाँ की जो उत्तराखंड की जो फैमिली हैं, उनको हमने ग्रोसरी किट दिए थे। और हम अपने इस उद्देश्य को प्राप्त करने के लिए निरंतर कार्य करते रहेंगे।
I would like to invite you to be our volunteer, for which you need to spend 1 to 2 hours in a week. If this sounds interesting to you, आप हमें हमारे Facebook पेज से कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, and you can call us or WhatsApp on the below number, and you can contact us on our email ID amritadevifoundation2020@gmail.com. We are providing these vocational courses to the women in Uttarakhand free of cost. The expense on a student is ₹5100, which is funded by Amrita Devi Foundation. अगर आप हमें हमारे इस कॉज में सपोर्ट करना चाहते हैं, तो आप एक स्टूडेंट की एजुकेशन को स्पॉन्सर कर सकते हैं बाय डोनेटिंग ₹5100 or any amount you wish to donate. To do so, you can Paytm us on the number below, or you can pay us by clicking on the link mentioned below.
Let's build Uttarakhand together.
Let's build Uttarakhand together.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much for watching our video. As we said, We are an NGO which works for people in Uttarakhand, and our primary purpose is to empower the girls and women out there. And we have guests from one of our South India NGO, Asumbhara, and we have three of the NGO trustees out there, and we are going to talk about the health and education support they are providing in South India. So once again, welcome to Mansa, Geetika, and Archana to our show.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's great to be here.
Yes, and this is the first time I believe we are having more than one guest on one screen. So this is a special show for us as well. And glad to see that there are three girls who are basically trying to make a change in South India with their efforts through their charitable trust. So before we jump into the conversation, maybe it will be a good idea for our audience to know about you and your motivation behind starting the charitable trust and the cause for which you're fighting. So maybe we can start one by one. Mansa, as you are the chairperson, maybe let's start with you, and then we can go to Geetika and Archana. Just talk a little bit about yourself, and then also what was your motivation to join this charitable trust?
Sure, sir. Yeah, firstly, I'd like to thank you, sir, Negi sir, and Amrita Devi Foundation for giving us an opportunity to be here. And to introduce myself, I'm Manasa. My profession, I'm into placements. I work as a senior manager at Maharishi Markandeeshwar University, based out in Ambala, Haryana. So just to say about, how I started all this volunteering or social service, I can call it as. So, my mom always kept telling me or encouraging me after my graduation, as in when you start working, why don't you save some money, and help the needy or the poor people or whatsoever. So that's how it all started. So the first earning which I made as an intern, I saved, or I took out a part of my stipend, and we had been to one of the, Mother Teresa missionaries, where there are few mentally retarded people. So I just gave a call to them, and I said I would want to contribute something, to the organization. And they gave me a list of basic needs that the women want. So whatever the stipend I saved, I, went to the grocery store. We got all those groceries, and me, my mom, my dad, and my sister, we happened to visit the, missionary, and then we distributed. So it was a whole new experience, or experience in the sense, we could see many kids, and then even elderly people who are there, apart from being mentally retarded, what are the struggles that they're going through, right? So that was the first initiative which I took with my mother's support and motivation. So that's when it all started. And from there, I started exploring NGOs where they are into multiple activities. I used to spend my weekends, Saturdays and Sundays, in going to slum areas and teach the students, so whatever it is. And then I started participating in the blanket donation drives and visiting old age homes, speaking to the, elders, trying to have a conversation with them. It all started like that. I used to go up to my relatives and friends and request them, see, there's this NGO or an orphanage, and this is the basic need that they have. Why don't you spend your birthday there or your anniversaries there? So that's how it all started. That's where I started. And then, I started working for various NGOs. From there, coming to have my own NGO where I, work on a specific need, which is health and education. I feel I have come a long way, and this wouldn't have been possible without the motivation of my parents and my friends. And, during one of these events, I came across Rajesh sir, who is Archana ma'am's husband. He is a scientist at NAL. So since then, it all changed to a better, way, where he kept on motivating, why don't we do better things, for the nation, not just for the set of people that we have been doing, why don't we do it in a big way? So he's been the driving force. Apart from my family, it is Rajesh sir who's been the driving force for me. He's like, yeah, you can do it, let's just go ahead and do this. So that's how it all started, and that's how a few years back, I can say to be precise, 4 years back, I started Asumbhara, and then we are going a long way, and we are here right now. I look forward to do even more better activities. Yeah, that's just a brief on what am I and how did I all start. So basically, it's my mom who gave me the kickstart. Yeah, so she's
Awesome.
yeah, yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much for talking about yourself and also telling your motivation behind it. I must say that at a very young age, if you have thought of that, this is such a nice gesture for giving back to the society. And I always say it's never about how big you want to do. It's always about the step you wish to take. Maybe those small steps which you might have taken a couple of years back have now become something which is making an impact in people's life. So thank you very much. Geetika, what is your reason to join this mission, and also tell our audience a little bit about yourself?
Yes, sir. So myself, Geetika, I'm a lecturer in physics. So I teach class 11 and 12 students in physics at Sri Chaitanya Institutions, Bangalore. So basically, Manasa is my sister. And when she started doing all these activities as a family, even I had to involve. And we were visiting many of the orphanages, NGOs and all. So after that, when we thought that like we have to start our own NGO, we started framing the mission, what is the vision, how do we have to help, and all of that. Yes, it took us a lot of time in putting all the things together. But at this point, we are very fortunate that we have reached this stage. And we would also thank Amrita Devi Foundation, recognizing us and having this collaboration, looking ahead to do some more projects along with you. So I thank Amrita Devi Foundation for inviting us on this meeting as well, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, it is equally our pleasure, Geetika, for you to be on our show. And yeah, great. What could be better than supporting your sister and also doing something great for the society? So really great. So Archana, I heard that you've been a key part of that. So why don't you tell your reason of joining this mission and a little bit about yourself to our audience?
Firstly, I thank you for inviting us, sir. So I am Archana. I am an electrical engineer, and after engineering, I immediately got married. After marriage, I came to Bangalore. So in Bangalore, I worked for 2 years. Later, I resigned due to some family commitments. I've later started a boutique, online boutique. I have 2 kids, sir. So with my husband's support only, we were doing this. So initially, we were like with my husband, we used to visit orphanages for teaching kids on the weekends. So like that, we met Mansa and Geetika there. So with them, we have done many projects together. So later we thought, why can't we start our own NGO? So the main driving force is my husband. So actually during my teens and my college days, I've seen people struggling, my friends struggling for education due to that financial crisis and all. So we thought our main motive of Asumbhara is helping kids in education. So that is where we are. So thank you so much for this opportunity, sir.
Well, I think thanks to you guys for even thinking that you want to start this thing together. And I would say that I just heard about your husband. I'm sure he must be around. He is one of your supporter there. And I think I kind of noticed him taking care of your technical stuff. So he's still not left you guys alone and trying to support you in making this particular interview session also successful. So great, good to know, and good to know that we have three girls face of the charitable trust and the work you guys are doing. So this is about yourself and why you joined. Maybe let's dig a little bit deep into the reason why you have set up this NGO. So maybe we'll go with Manasha, with you, as you are the chairperson. What is the main objective of Asumbhara Charitable Trust? Why you have formed this charitable trust? What is the key thing you want to achieve?
Yes, sir. So it all started in 2018 when me and sir decided that we would want to have an NGO where till then we were associated with many other organizations and we were volunteering. So we thought, why not we have a specific goal or a vision which we can work on our own and build a better nation. So that's when we started, and we decided why not health and education, because since then we were already into going to slums on to the slum areas on the weekends or the orphanages and teaching them. So we chose that, and we were very specific on, if I say education, what is that we would want to do in education. So we decided why not, take up students who have completed their 10th or 12th and want to do any higher education, say it, any engineering or MBBS or any job-oriented courses or any graduation for that matter. So we were very specific on, funding what is the kind of students that we would be picking, and and health. The first project that we took up was a 4-year-old kid. This came up to us through one of the NGOs. The request, the kid has had an heart issue, and we were supposed to take care of the funding and all that. So health and education were always on the course for us. So these two things. Apart from that, we are into many things like blood donation camps for thalassemia patients and blanket donation, food donation. During COVID, we have served more than 3,000 plus meals, and we have distributed rations to more than 200 plus families in Andhra and Bangalore in specific. So, that's how we do, sir. I mean, to be very precise, that is how it is, the health and education. And as of now, I mean, till date, we are, funding almost about 12 students in education. And we have a recent success story where a student has completed her D pharmacy. And then she's even placed in Apollo Pharma. She has already started working. That is our first success story. And though we started in 2008, as a firm, we got registered in December 2021. So we are a registered firm. That's how we call Asumbhara Charitable Trust. So as of now, we are, doing crowdfunding or fundraising through Milab and other things. Or else, I mean, we have an aim of educating at least 200 plus students in the next 5 years. So we have set a target for ourselves, and hopefully we would be reaching that. Yeah.
This is super awesome. So working in the field of education and supporting people who are going through the health issues is really a great cause. Do you have like any specific area in which you target it? Is it only because you are based out of Bangalore? Is it only in Bangalore, or you are also will you also support people outside? Like, what is that right now?
Sir, as of now, we have been getting requests from the known circle, and whatever the students that we have sponsoring till now, a few are from Bangalore and a few are from rural Andhra Pradesh as well. So we would definitely love to explore, I mean, take up new requests and see if the students are really in need and meritorious. We'd definitely, like to expand. So as of now, yes, we are only in Bangalore and few parts of Andhra. So that's where we've been getting requests from.
Okay, great. That's good to know. So I know, as I said, that it always start with small and then gradually it becomes big because there are more people who start joining the mission you are trying to accomplish. So now we'll move to your sister, Geetika, who supported you. And Geetika, I heard one story which Mansa was mentioning about a student who got benefited out of it. So tell me more about, like, what are the other success stories you have of the students the NGO has sponsored? So would you like to talk about that?
Yes, sir. So before that, I would tell you what is the procedure, what we follow if we are taking any such student.
Okay.
So basically, whenever we get a query of any student who wants to pursue their higher education, so what we do is we just conduct a background verification through phone call, or if possible, we visit their place and we check if they are genuinely in need, because these days we don't want to, as we are crowdfunding, so we want the money to go in a right path. So we do a basic verification, and once the student goes through this, we have some paperwork wherein we have some certain criteria. So we check if the student, passes that.
Once the paperwork is done, what we do is we sit and analyze and counsel the student what they want to take up. If it is a student of 10th standard, we counsel them about their +1, +2. If it is a student of +1, +2, we see what kind of degree they want to opt, be it a science background or commerce background. And once we have decided on the course, we try and visit the colleges and we talk to the colleges regarding this. We see if there is any fees negotiations, as it is an NGO and we are crowdfunding, and few colleges have been kind enough in giving us some fees concession. And once it is done, we get the student admitted into the college. After the complete monetary funds have been delivered, we don't stop there. We follow the child regularly. We see how their internal marks are. We assist them if they're facing any difficulties. We try to provide them books, or we are constantly in touch with the student to know what is their progress. And even the students are good and genuine enough, they come and they tell us happily what they've been scoring and all. So one such story I would like to share is Amrita. So Amrita, we met her after her +2. So her parents had a tea shop, and she wanted to do some course wherein she just wanted to do it as quickly as possible so that she can help her family financially. And after understanding that, we analyzed and we got to know that we can get her into D Pharma. We joined her into one of the best institutions in Bangalore, which is Acharya Institutions. And after her D Pharma, she successfully got placed in Apollo Pharmacy. And one more good news to share is that just 2 days back, she was even awarded with the best student of the college. So we have been sharing the picture of that.
This is awesome.
This is what happened. That every academic year we make sure we at least target 10+ students, helping them in the monetary funds or donating the stationery or books to them. We have even conducted seminars where we go and motivate the 10th standard students for their board exams. These are some of the activities we look into the education stream.
This is so good. I think one thing I would like to ask is, what is the meaning of Asumbhara before I jump to any next question of mine?
It's a Sanskrit word which means that caring for a person or one's life.
Yeah, and I think you guys are living the meaning of Asumbhara pretty well. Love the story of Amrita. Amrita sounds like Amrita as well, but I know the spelling is a little different. And so touched with the way you guys have explained it. If we are able to make, and I'm sure there are many, as Mansa was mentioning, there are many other students where you have made the impact in the life, but even this story sounds so powerful. And it's a little bit of connected with the mission, with what Amrita Devi Foundation is, but with a little different touch, because you are here to touch upon and make sure that you are picking a particular student and trying to take it to at least not leaving the person in between, but trying to take it to the conclusion and make sure this person is independent. And that's what Amrita Devi Foundation is also working. But through the skill development program, we want to make the girls and women independent, not necessarily through our traditional way of education, which is also very important. And love the story. And I'm sure this girl will always remember the contribution you guys have made in the life.
Yes. I mean, we still hear from her every week, that she is happy and everything is good with her. So even
Awesome.
We see, as that's been our first success story in terms of education, even we are happy and we would love to hear many more like that. And we have many students who will be graduating this academic year as well. So we'll be having many success stories in the education sector also.
Awesome.
So it's just a way in building a better nation, sir. That's how we feel. I mean, that's what our goal is.
Yeah, and I realize that I must say that I wouldn't say that the young youth is not something which is not doing for the development of the country. Honestly speaking, I'm pleasantly surprised with so many people at very young age has started contributing. And what I love most about it, they don't want to do big bangs, but they want to start with something more powerful on the ground. Now, look at this story of one girl. Now, some might say this is a story of only one girl, but I would say this is a story of one girl who has actually is on her feet now. And look at those pictures, and really, really impressive. So kudos to you guys, all the work you're doing. I know this is what you look forward for as your payback, that somebody getting settled in the life and doing better. Awesome. So you also touched upon the second part of your charitable trust, which is basically working in the area of health and supporting people, especially who doesn't have the financial capability to bear the expenses for the health issues. So Archana ji, I will come to you now, asking you the way Geetika explained a story about somebody who is like how you have transformed somebody's life. Tell me some story, one or two stories where you think that that your charitable trust has made an impact.
Our first health case is Devi, sir. He is only 4-year-old kid. So we got that request from some other NGO. They were not able to do the crowdfunding and they have approached us for help. The boy is suffering from a heart ailment, so it requires open heart surgery. I will present you the screen. So we spoke with the Jaidev Hospital, Bangalore, and the hospital is kind enough to give us concession on the heart surgery, and we were able to do crowdfunding. So now the boy is very happy and is going to school. So later, after 1 year, actually the boy has a sibling, Sharvana. So actually in the family, that heart ailment is a hereditary. So even his brother got the same heart issue and we got him also treated. These are the two success stories in the heart health thing. And recently last year, we have helped Chitra for the cardioplasty surgery, that is skull realignment. Actually, she is a single mother of 2 kids, only earning member in the family, and she met with an accident. So actually after the accident, she went into coma for 15-20 days. So it was actually a challengeable task for us because it is a huge amount to be collected, almost 10 lakhs. Within 15 days, she has to get operated. So I mentioned some of my donor names here because for the crowdfunding, they have helped us. That is Prasad Chintalpudi from USA, Ganapati, Subramaniam, and Guru Ganesh. They have collaborated with the NGOs in USA there, and they have helped us in crowdfunding. In such a small amount of time, we were able to do help for Chitra. These are the success stories in healthcare, sir.
So
This
here,
is awesome.
sorry to interrupt. I would like to add one point. Now Chitra is doing really good,
and she's working also.
Yeah,
now.
She's working as a receptionist at NAL, and she's been able to take care of her both kids. I mean, we are very happy to see that.
This is a commendable job. I think both the areas, whether it is in the form of educating and making people independent, and also in the form that people who need the support from a health perspective is really, really commendable. And I am surprised, pleasantly surprised and happy that you guys were able to. This 10 lakh rupees is not a small amount to gather in 10 days time. So I think that might have needed to move mountains, and you did it. So congratulations to you guys. And Chitra might be the one, like, very happy or fortunate enough to have people like you being there, and also the kid you guys have supported. So really great work. I think, and thanks for showing it in the form of some pictures, because it gives much better visibility and understanding of the work you guys have been doing on the ground. So great work done. I heard that many of you are already working, right? And it's not your full-time job to work with the charitable trust. So tell me about it. Like, Mansa, let's maybe ask you, how is it, like, full-time job, and then you have this NGO also working, and you've been doing fabulous here. How do you manage that? Is it difficult for you?
Not really, sir. And I feel these days there is nothing as such 9-to-5 job, at least, since the COVID has started. I mean, every job is coming with extra responsibilities and extra time apart from the login or log out times that we have. despite of all that, as I have been telling that, I started volunteering or contributing towards the society on my weekends. So after starting the NGO, for me, it is like it's a everyday ritual for me. So when I just go to the bed every day, so I just see if I have any requests that have come up, or if there is anything that I can do, or anything that I can, contribute. So I feel it's a responsibility. There's nothing like I am going to do it on a specific day or at a specific time. So definitely, I dedicate my weekends for this. And unfortunately, these days, due to the travel and the work, I am a bit little inactive or inactive. Sorry, in the NGO side, but I would definitely want to do it even more better. And I have a team who's been supporting. If not me, it is Geetka or Archana ma'am, or people around us who's always been supporting us. And if I talk about Geetika, she has college from morning 8 up till 5 in the evening. So once she is back, she has her students who keep coming back to her for some queries. So despite of all those things, she comes ahead and says that, hey, why don't we do this? Why don't we do this activity? So why don't we go to colleges or schools and give some motivation classes or do some seminars? And on the other side, I have Archana ma'am, who has, she is working 24/7 as she's married and has 2 kids and has her own boutique. So she has even more bigger role to do. So I feel, I mean, we all three are from different backgrounds and different lifestyles. So I feel if we are able to do, if we three are able to do, I think others can also definitely do. It is, it's not money, sir. Definitely, it is not about money. It is about the time that we are spending to make a change or get a difference in a person's life, or, as I said, towards a better nation building. Just go out there, try and visit any orphanages or slum areas, try and understand what is happening. You just feel the difference, right? When you feel or when you see, as Geetka would be speaking about it, there are so many NGOs that we visit wherein the kids keep telling us, we don't want any goodies, but it's just the time that you spend with us. Why don't you come play around with us? These kind of gestures, and as in when I see a message from Chitra or Amrita, or there is one more student, Pallavi, who's doing her MBBS, we take care of her books and her examination fees. So whenever I see these kids coming back to us, talking about, hey, hi, how are you doing, ma'am? What is it? And this is what we are up to, and this is my examination schedule, and this is where I am. So it's a motivation for us. So that keeps going for me, when people come up to me. And I can just give an example. There is this NGO which I have been, a girls' orphanage to be specific, which I am supporting since 2016, right? So that's where it all started. And I have done many more projects with them personally and on behalf of Asumbhara as well. So I keep going back to them, and whenever I go, I get to hear from the coordinator of the NGO, that, the orphanage, that, hey, ma'am, there was this person on the weekend who just came up taking your name. And it was their mom's birthday or father's birthday, and or his or her girlfriend's or boyfriend's birthday, and they came to donate food. So, they take my reference and go and donate food. So I feel, if not me, at least there are people who are, looking at the post or, seeing the activities that I have been doing, and they're just going up and helping people. So these are, small gestures which keep me going. I'm like, okay, it is not only me who's doing. There are few more who are looking at me and going ahead and doing their little bit. So, this is something which keeps going, sir. I try and, try to spend more and more time in doing this. And I would definitely want and encourage people to come ahead and spend the time. It's not only money, it is about the time also that they are spending. So, whatever the 10 lakh rupees that we spoke, we were able to crowdfund it within 10 to 12 days of time. So there are many people who are ready to give that money, but unfortunately, we see very less people who are coming out there spending their time, to execute it. So that's what is lacking, and I would definitely request people to come ahead and do that. So that's how it is, sir. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that. The success stories keeps motivating me basically, and all of us.
And the one point which you said is very true, that people do have time, people do have money to spend, but they have less time to spend for these activities. But I would say that, as I was saying earlier, I see that many people who actually go with the same kind of motivation and do give their time as well. We in Amrita Devi Foundation, we have many volunteers, and I think many of them are live right now listening to what you guys are saying. And they are some of them are young, of your age, or elder than you, but those people are also giving their time, precious time. They must be studying, doing their job, housewives, and being busy with their life, but at the same time they're making sure that they're giving time to the mission and vision of Amrita Devi Foundation. And yeah, that's what I think motivates you as well, that the impact you are able to make on the lives of people is more than the money you can get out of it. We really need more people like you guys to support any cause. I would say it doesn't matter which cause you're supporting, which area you're supporting, doesn't matter. What matters is that a willingness to support and work in that direction. And you guys have come together, chose that path. That is really, really good. A lot of people are watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and I am getting a lot of messages. I'm just trying to watch. So anyone who is watching us, thanks for your appreciation. A lot of people are mentioning that they have loved the vision you have. You are very inspiring, clapping for you. All those things are coming on our social media. To our audience, if you have any questions to these young three girls and the motivations, and you wanted to ask anything, please do not hesitate to ask your questions on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. I will pick the question and try to take them with these girls. The other thing I would say is that, and three of you, right now you're live, so you might not be able to do it. But once the show is over, if you're comfortable, do share your email ID or the link of your NGO if there is any, for our audience, so that if they want to reach out to you, support you in any ways in your mission, they can do it. So do that once you are done. Mansha, the link is already there with you or on your WhatsApp, so you can see it later. Now, maybe we'll just now move to our next question to Geetika. And Geetika, I want to know what is the message? There are a lot of people who are listening right now to this show across the world. What is the message you want to give to the audience who is live right now?
Yes, sir. So as Manasa specified, it is all about the time what the needy requires rather than the money. So here I would take an example of one of the program what we did, which is Wish Tree program. So what happened is, as she also mentioned, there is one orphanage called as Rainbow Homes, which has 100 girl kids who are orphan or semi-orphan. So we got a needy list from that orphanage telling that they need some books or stationery or shoes and many things. And when we calculated, it was around 20,000 plus. And arranging 20,000 as we all are working, it was not a big deal. But I wanted to, bring some change or bring some awareness in the people also. So what I did was I made all those 100 students to write their needs in the chit. And I took those chits to my college where I was working as a teacher, that is Sri Chaitanya College. And we have so many students, and we went to the different classes with the help of my principal, Balram Vikram sir and Shiva Prasad sir. What we did was we gave those chits to the students. The students has to pick up those chits and they had to gift that to the student who had written the chit. So here what happened was, if a student has written, say for example, shoe or a pencil or a drawing book or something, which was just 50 to 100 rupees or maximum 200 rupees was the price. And if I had to crowdfund of all the 100 students, it would be around 20,000. But when we gave those chits to the students of my college, it was just 100 rupees per head. here what happens is the students of my college understood that even this small gift is very precious to the student who is needy. So we wanted to make sure the need is also satisfied. Also, we wanted to create this awareness to the students who already have all the, facilities, having the parents who are paying fees and everything. We wanted them also to know what is the importance of such small things. And this is one such program called as Vishtree. We did it in 2022, and we were able to satisfy all the needs of the students without any burden or monetary funds falling from our trust. It was a hand-in-hand program which we did it with our college. Yes, sir.
This is so impressive. This is so impressive. Please continue if you want to add some more.
And it was also COVID time, and we had a query from KV, Kendriya Vidyalaya School, wherein there are some students who are unable to attend the online classes because they didn't have their smartphones. So during COVID, the whole world went online, and many of the students, had to attend this digital classes, and they were lacking with the mobile phones. And also we crowdfunded, and we provided mobile phones to those students. So, to resume their online classes without any pause, they could continue their studies. This is one such picture wherein we have given mobile phone to the students of Kendriya Vidyalaya, students of NAL branch in Bangalore.
That's hats off to you all for doing this.
We have done so many blanket donation drives also, sir, during winter season. From last 3 years, we were doing that. So during December, generally, we do crowdfunding and we buy blankets and we go to the streets or areas near railway stations, markets and all, and we give them the blankets. So this is one of that pictures, sir, blanket donation drive. Near Pina Market Road, Central Railway Station in Bangalore, we have done.
So, these are all few of the activities that we have been doing. So wherever we used to go to the slum areas to teach the kids, and that is the locality, which you can see in the top right corner. That's where we used to go and teach the kids, and some of the stationaries that we were able to give them. And this is one in Warangal, where Warangal, Andhra, where we again distributed stationaries to 10th standard students, to be specific. And one more, So this was the food donation or the ration donation during COVID times that, this happened in Andhra, for 100 plus families. And we have served about 3,289 meals. This was just the beginning, the first wave of COVID when it all started. So we all used to do it at the parking lot at my home. We used to start in the afternoon, start cooking ourselves, and then pack, and then go to the slum areas where they were construction labor workers or the daily wage workers. We used to go and distribute food to them. So we carried about for almost near about 2 weeks of time, and then people were concerned about our health as well. Going ahead and meeting so many people in a day was not that safe. So that's when we decided, and we went ahead and distributed ration which would be sufficient for a month's time. That's how we did. So these are few of the pictures where we have been packing and distributing food, and these are the blanket donation. And we have many volunteers, and one was Mr. Chinmay. This person has always been helping us, and even night at 2 a.m. I call him that, hey, Chinmay, this is the issue that I have, or this is the blood requirement that I have. He's been helpful. This is the guy who's on the left corner with a blue hat. So here's the one. So these are just few things we have been doing. So the blood donation camps, or the blanket donations and food donations, Vishtree. So these are all a few of the things which we do apart from the education and health that we are specifically into. And it is all definitely, even as I said, we registered ourselves in 2021 December. So way before that also we were into a lot of activities. Even before we were registered, we had a lot of friends of ours, who used to help us and trust us and donate, the family, friends and everyone. And as ma'am was mentioning few of the names, and we have few of the, donors from the foreign countries as well, who are always looking forward to help their nation, which is which is wonderful. I mean, definitely without our donors, we wouldn't have been here at all. Yes,
We
yes,
have
sir.
done so many blood donation camps also, sir, collaborating with other NGOs for the thalassemia patients. So the thalassemia patients need blood transfusion every 15 days. So for the thalassemia patients, we have done so many organized many blood camps throughout the Bangalore.
Yeah, so what I'm hearing is that the main objective is into education and health, but at the same time, whenever the society needs you guys and your support in any form, you are there to support them. So that's really, really good. I love the wish tree concept, especially I could just only think that the smile on the faces of the kids when they must have seen their wish come true, like a Santa Claus. So that's really, really, really awesome. And I think I would say that most of the way you done with your college, Geetika, that's really commendable. I think if we can go to our corporates, as many of us are working, and do those small things, I think that will be very powerful. So I appreciate all the things you guys are doing. And so Archana ji, I want to ask you, and you must have seen the video of Amrita Devi Foundation, must have done some research before coming on this. So I wanted to know, what will be your message, or what do you think about the work which Amrita Devi Foundation is doing for empowering the women in Uttarakhand?
Yeah. Amrita Devi's foundation is doing a very great job, sir. I really thank you for this initiation. So in the area, especially in the rural area, to empower women. So I have seen you people have opened so many computer centers, training centers, tailoring centers, and you're training all the ladies in digital marketing, all the +2 students. So that is really a great job, sir. I hope you will explore your thing towards Karnataka also, in South India also. We will definitely like to help you in this regard.
I think we already have 3 great ladies doing 3 great works. So yeah, as I said, I think there is always limitations everybody has, whether it is a limitation of time, resources, financials. But what matters is that we are taking those first steps. What I can say is that, yeah, I keep coming to Bangalore, and so I know Mansa professionally as well. So if you get an opportunity this time, I might be visiting mid of March to Bangalore. So if I get an opportunity, I'd love to meet you guys in person. If there is a possibility, that would be awesome. It's always good to connect with people who are like-minded and wants to do something for society. But I would say that great job. This is not a small thing. This takes mountains to move, especially when you are already in your full-time jobs and you are finding time. I know what drives this, because to me, this is the purpose and the passion behind these kind of activities which drives the work which we do. And I know that same is also true for you guys. So keep up the great work. Keep doing something in the field of education and health. I just wish that you will have more success stories, and I'm sure that will be, because you just started and there's a long way to go. You girls are not going to stop for sure.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, awesome. Anything else you want to say before we end the show today? Anyone wants to say anything?
So with your permission, can I just invite Rajesh sir, who has been driving us? I mean,
yes.
Want him to feature here. So if you can come. Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Rajesh, how are you? Looks like a Superman, right? Is it a Superman?
It's a coincidence.
I'm hearing a lot about you. I saw the pictures, and I also noticed that you are supporting them to do the technical thing for this one. So thank you very much. I know these girls are great, and I think there's a great support which you are getting. I'm sure you are finding time from your busy schedule as well. So thank you very much. Anything you want to say to our audience today?
So I just want to say, when there is a will, there is a way. So if we have a desire to fulfill or to help others, so we will get a way. In any small way we help them, it will be useful, sir.
Yeah, that's very, very true. Small things matters, small step matters. What matters is we have to be consistent. There is a saying called slow and steady wins the race. It might not be true in many cases, but it's definitely true. When you want to build something big, you have to be slow. You might be slow, but you have to be consistent. Thank you, all four of you, for doing what you're doing in South India. I hope that you grow across the world. I hope that a lot of people get added to you and a lot of power to whatever you are doing. Great to see the success. I'm sure a lot of people who are in our audience today will also get encouraged to be the volunteer in some or other form, whether you want to start your own charitable trust or you want to contribute to someone else, does not matter. What matters is that you are coming together, you are trying to make a difference. That was what matters, and you four has proved it very well, and the impact and the smile you could make on the life of people, that's commendable. So hats off to you. With that said, the final thanks to all of you before we end our show.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Amrita Devi Foundation as well. You guys have been doing great, and thanks for giving us this opportunity, sir. We'd love to keep collaborating with you.
That will be our pleasure. So this is our team from Asumbhara Charitable Trust, Mansa, Geetika, Archana, and Mr. Rajesh, who joined us today, and they gave us a little bit of insight of what this NGO is all about. I am really so pleased to meet these people because of this, merely by the fact that they are making an impact, just doing by volunteering. So this is a great example of what we all should believe in. Small step, but the powerful step, but be consistent. Well, with that said, we're going to end our show today. Next week, Sunday, 11 o'clock, we're going to come up with similar personality like this time and talk about something new. With that said, everybody have a nice day and enjoy your Sunday. And once again, thanks to the team of Asumbhara for coming on our show.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you all.
Have a nice day.